First thing you'll want to do when deploying Demandbase tag with Google Tag Manager is to obtain a welcome URL for your Demandbase tag. In your welcome URL, you'll find your Demandbase tag is in a white box near the top of the page. For now, we'll just copy this Demandbase tag for use later. When you move back to your Google Tag Manager instance, you want to make sure that you're in the correct workspace. Specifically, you want to make sure that you're in the correct GTM container. This GTM container should be deployed across all of your pages. The next step is to create a tag in Google Tag Manager itself. When we create this tag, we want to name it something useful, like Demandbase tag. When we configure this tag, we want to make sure to select Custom HTML as a tag type. Once that's been complete, we can then paste the Demandbase tag that we copied earlier. You can obviously go back to your welcome URL if you failed to copy it the first time. The next step is to ensure that we fire this Demandbase tag on the correct trigger. For now, we're just going to select the All Pages trigger that comes standard in Google Tag Manager and save your Demandbase tag. However, we're actually going to create a custom trigger for this Demandbase tag. To do this, we'll go to the Triggers section of the left side navbar and create a new trigger. Once again, we'll want to name this something useful. We typically recommend that you name it something like All Pages after gtm.dom. When we configure this trigger, we'll want to make sure to select DOM ready as a trigger type, and that we only want to fire this trigger on some DOM ready events, specifically when the page URL matches a regular expression for .star. This essentially means that it's going to fire on all page URLs. It's especially important that we have this .star here, as if it does not exist, this trigger will not fire on any pages. Once we've saved the trigger, we'll then go back to the Demandbase tag in your Google Tag Manager and then change the trigger for the tag. To do this, we'll simply go in here and deselect the All Pages trigger and then select the All Pages after GTM DOM trigger that we just created. We can save the Demandbase tag after that, and then we'll notice that when we go back to the triggers, we'll see that Demandbase tag is now referenced for this trigger. Once all these steps have been complete, you can then go ahead and publish your changes. Some of you will want to preview them first, so feel free to do that, but whenever you're done, make sure that you publish those changes.